the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 has been notified by the central government, and it has brought a plethora of questions with it about how citizenship laws of our country are set to change. The focus for now is how does this all change the situation, though, in India? Let's quickly go across and show you what, of course, the big developments are and what the changes perhaps are going to be as far as the CAA is concerned. So let's tell you first about the Citizenship Amendment Act, what it actually says. So this is what the CAA says. It says that provided any person belonging to Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi or Christian community from Afghanistan, Bangladesh or Pakistan who have entered into India would actually now have rights to claim citizenship. If we can go to the next slide, please. So these are, of course, the big developments that we are tracking for you. Yes, this is, of course, the continuation of that, who entered into India on or before the 31st of December 2014 and who have been exempted by the central government. So they all would, of course, now be eligible for citizenship to India. Remember, forms now have also been uploaded on the website after yesterday's notification. And we had played out that the questions on the form for you as well yesterday. Any proceeding pending against a person under this section or in respect of illegal migration or citizenship shall, of course, stand abated. So they're obviously giving a protection now under law to various people who would form, eligibility for grant of citizenship. Provided further that the person who makes the application of citizenship under this section shall not be deprived of his rights and privileges. So these, of course, are the tenets of the law that have, of course, been defined by the Citizenship Amendment Act rules. Political analyst Himanshu Bhatt is joining us on the broadcast. Himanshu Bhatt, very, very clear rules, of course, being now put out, being now notified, under which people can now claim citizenship, Himanshu, if they fall under this bracket and if they have entered on or before 31st of December 2014, isn't it?
Yes, it's very clear.
Yes.
It's not about taking away the citizenship as this has been, propagated by opposition parties, but it is clearly about giving citizenship to the people who are persecuted in these three countries. And they are persecuted in those countries only because they are a wafer-thin minority there. If I give you the data, in Pakistan, there were 20% Hindus at the time of partition. Now, today, out of that, only 1.77 million are left. So that's less than the population of Gaza. And yesterday, if you must know, and our viewers also must know this, that, a Qatari channel like Al Jazeera came out with anti-Islamic law. That's what they said. My friend, let's talk about it. Anti-Islamic. There's nothing anti-Islamic about it. It's all pro-Bharatiya. See, it's something like this. There are 57 countries which practice Islam. There are 150 countries that practice Christianity. But Hindu Sanatanis have only one country, and that is Bharat. Now, when they were talking about refugees in Gaza, there are 20 million of them. None of the Islamic countries want it. So talking about religion in this matter is not going to work. It's, misleading the people. This law gives hope to the people, gives the better life to the people who have been persecuted, who have been tortured in these three countries. And their fault? Just they are minorities. A small, minute minorities. And that's why, the laws are very clear, and so some of the chief ministers are talking. I will not let that happen in my state. Who tells you? It's not in your jurisdiction, my friend. Be it Pinarayi Vijayan or be it Mamata Banerjee, anyone for that matter, it's not in their jurisdiction. It's the domain of central government. Central government will take care of it. And what has been happening is, there's so much of misinformation being fed. So much of misinformation being fed. This is a law which, gives people the hope. I'll put it that way. When you talk of this in religious terms, it's absolutely, nonsense, I would say. I should not be uttering such words in a national television, but that's what frustrates people. Because you don't want to see the content. You don't want to see the rules. People go and just, because they have to oppose this government and it's an election time, but election time comes every five years. And last time when the law was passed, you remember in 2019, how much of Halla Gulla was created out of this. And government had to stop.
Totally. AK Jha, it's very clear, isn't it? AK Jha, political analyst, also is joining us now. It's very clear, AK Jha, who the category of individuals are and what the reasons also and the rationale is why they will be now eligible for citizenship under these rules.
Thank you for having me. It is true. Actually, the very fact what Mr. Bhatt was speaking about is very relevant. At the same time, what you are asking with regard to the facts, why actually it has been implemented, it is very clear because truly speaking, India, if you look at it, maybe the Constitution doesn't define it very clearly that it is a Hindu state. It is not there, of course. But at the same time, we must not forget, and world must not forget, that India is the hub. India is the center of Hinduism right from the beginning. This is the cradle of Hindu civilization and Hindu culture. And this is the only country where Hindus can stay, and they are staying. Nowhere in the world, not even United Nations organization, not even this organization, which is a global organization, taking interest of all the human causes, even they don't speak of the persecutions and the kind of Hindu phobia being spread all over the world, particularly in the Western world, and particularly by the liberal side of the people of of the intellectual arena. They can say everything about the Muslims who are being persecuted. They would say everything about the Jews who are being Abrahamic culture, Abrahamic religions, all the three Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. They have been taken care of by UNO only, not with regard to Hindus. If Hindus get persecuted anywhere in the world, nobody is there to speak about them. And this is all those things which were in the background, in the backdrop that BJP government BJP government had given a lot of thought to it. And after that only this CAA was actually passed in 2019. And it is very unfortunate what Mr. Bhatt was referring, that some of the state governments are just speaking from at the top of the voice that they will not allow it to happen. How can they do it? This is not under the purview. And this is 100% under the government of India boundary, and only that can be done. And moreover, again, the same thing, it is not with regard to excluding any community from citizenship of India. It is with regard to giving citizenship of those, not only Hindus, all the other religions, Sikhs, Parsis, Jains, even Christians, who are being persecuted in these three countries, who were at one time were part of India, considered to be part of India, in different ways, in many other ways. And unfortunately, take for example, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, everywhere they have been persecuted. Their numbers have been coming down. And look at India, just compare it with India. In India, if Hindus are growing, Muslims are growing, and they are growing rapidly. But in these countries, they have been declining over the years. Why? And everybody knows, the world knows how much torturous moments they have to face, Hindus have to face in Pakistan, in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is not at all, even I must say, I'm very sorry to state it, that even Bangladesh, which is so much indebted to us, to India, for their independence. Even they are not taking care of the Hindus who were part of that at the time. In 1941-42, they were almost 27%. And from there onward, where they have come down, they are hardly 7% or something. That is official record only in 2022 census report of Bangladesh.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.